Hello there, and welcome to Dragonheart TV. We're going to be just testing today the live functionality of the YouTube channel. And since we're waiting for the engine to be rebuilt on the Jeep project, and I'm working on something for my house, figured I'd use this as the test platform. So welcome, and what we're going to be doing today is what you see here on the table is a handmade barn door that I'm making for our master bathroom in our home, and the first coat of primer, and then we'll be painting it with primer. We'll be priming it with this product here so it dries fast and we can do multiple coats in one day. Then we will put on a top coat of the Rust-Oleum chalked product, which I've used on some other furniture in our house. And then we'll be doing an aging process where we'll sand through, exposing the wood underneath, making it look old and worn and torn like an old barn door, and then installing it once the finish is complete. So here we go. What we're going to do is get the gallon mixed up with some of the cork that's tinted to a gray color, and that will allow us to cover with the chalked darker color easier with less coats needed, and also provide another color variation if and when we sand through and it becomes visible. So let's get this thing shaken up. While we're here, remember to like, subscribe, give us the thumbs up, go ahead and leave comments. I'll be answering questions live as live as possible. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. I guess while we're waiting for the paint to be mixed up, what I can do is get you caught up to speed on where we're at with the door. We've got some tongue and groove 6-inch boards that I've joined together and used 8-inch regular plank wood boards to hold them together, screwing them in. Got the nails or the screw holes filled with a nice wood putty that hardens really good, and that's pretty much where we're at with the door itself. This side's smooth, the other side is rough sawn, which will look a little different. That'll be the back side, and this will be the front side once the door goes up inside the house. So let's go ahead and get the camera back down. And looking good. So let's open up the cans and get them poured in together. So we can go ahead and get to priming. So we'll dump this in there. And what we'll do is take and add the gallon. We'll add the gallon to the quart, shake that up, get all the color out so you got a good consistent color. Let's go ahead and bring you over here to our mixing table. guess the beauty of going live, eh? Just dealing with all the different shakes and wobbles. Bring that over. There we go. And just as a helpful tip, always pour off of the back side of your gallon. And you always want to do it a little bit fast. So we'll add some out of here so that going into the quart isn't as spilled. There we go. And that's why we got the table covered as well. Rags to clean her up. So let's go ahead and clear off the can. Go ahead and get this stuff out of the rim, and you can put it back in the can. Alright. Lid on. Put the lid back on here. Shake it up. That should be good. Now we'll be having just enough product to do the whole, I think the whole front and back. No, we got enough for sure in the two containers I have. We'll give this a stir. Oh yeah. Looks pretty good. Remember, when using products like this Bins primer, because it is alcohol based or alcohol based, and that's why it dries so fast. It dries like super fast. You definitely want to work with adequate ventilation, so that way you don't get all loop-de-loop and pass out from overexposure to the fumes. If the garage was closed, I would definitely have my respirator on, which would be this bad boy here. But since the my garage door is open, we have adequate ventilation, we can go ahead and start painting. And I'll start at that end and work my way back. Like we're still getting color float from the quart, which is sad to say, because one didn't mix it up right. No biggie. It'll work just fine. And don't worry, I will come back and brush in all the grooves and everything and get it all looking nice and even before the end of the video. Just want to swap sides now. There we go. Looks like we're gonna have to do a nice even second coat just to kind of even all the open grain and tight grain, just so it's all nice and firm stitching. Or beautiful, whatever you want to call it. Oops. Almost done with the first coat, and because this dries so fast, I should be able to flip her over and get the first coat on the back side without too much worry, because we're going to be doing so many different coats on the top on what the this side looks like once I flip it over and it touches it. Sand in between the coats too, just to make it nice and beauty. Keep doing that. There you go. Beauty, eh? For our Canadian friends. it out. There we go. A nice little small dip, and we done on this side. Get that out of there. Alright. And we'll go to the other side while this one dries up. Grab my brush. Choose a Pro Form 2.5. I mean, it's way too big for this, but I used it with the product already, so I know it's a good brush to use. Anyway, now we'll go in and fill in all the little lines. Colorful, huh? Interesting how that happens. So usually that wouldn't happen if the store put in the right amount of colorant. And unfortunately, the guy who made this primer for me did not put the right amount of colorant in there. He put too much. So luckily it's not going to affect anything because I tested it on another project. But you know, it looks like I don't know what I'm doing if you see a bunch of black stripes everywhere because the color flipped. So unfortunately, it had one effect, but it won't actually physically affect the actual end result. I have to say, it's pretty frustrating to see. second coat of primer will even everything out, give me a good substrate to paint the top coat on and sand through, and give me a long lasting finish with good protection. Sounds like my little man is getting a bit cranky. He needs his nap. Alright, do these, and then hopefully by that time everything should be dry enough to flip it over and put a real fast coat on the backside. Sounds pretty upset. Usually I'd have music playing, but with all these new music rights and whatever, you can't have anything in the background unless you pay people a bunch of money. Sad, sad, sad. So I will whistle to give you some background noise. Yeah, go Dodgers. Well, probably have to pay them money now. Yeah. Looking good. Nice and awesome. Bring you guys around to see what we got going on here. Here we go. First coat of primer is done, on the front side that is. And as you can see, there's the color float. Nothing really too fancy. It's not really going to be seen ever. But, you know, that's what you need to look for. Don't get discouraged if you happen to have that happen to you as well. Everything should be fine. And as long as you're not doing a, lighter color, which wouldn't make sense why you'd do a dark primer and then a lighter color on top, you should be totally good. We're going to give this a second, and then I'll go ahead and flip it over. You go ahead and get some of the cleaning material, which would be denatured alcohol. We're going to put it in a cup, so that way we can keep our brush clean. And remember to dispose of that stuff in accordance to your local guidance. It is a hazardous material and or hazardous product, so you don't want to manage it incorrectly. And you'll also be good to go. Let's see. Since I have a wet brush, I'll start with the wet brush on this side to do the cracks, since these are a little more straightforward. Normally I would not recommend doing what I did by flipping it over, but since I'm going to be doing a second coat of primer on both sides, this one is just to get it in and get it sealed up and ready to get the evening primer coat on the top. So it doesn't really matter if it's perfect or has any blemishes or anything like that, at least for me. Leave your comments and your thoughts about that. I'm sure others would say, don't do that, you're crazy, but hey, I never said I was sane. And we'll see what the difference is from this side to the other side, from starting with painting the cracks versus not. Probably paint the cracks first next time on the other side, so that way Coats are nice and even. The second coat. Oh, I wouldn't use such a decent brush because it's going to be pretty much ruined after this job. Almost done. Roll it out. Let her dry. And we'll be back later today, possibly tonight, to do the next coat of primer after a special event that my wife and kids planned for me for my birthday, because today is my birthday. So again, remember to like, subscribe, leave comments down below, hit that thumbs up and bell button. Keep up to date on the home projects that I'm doing. The Jeep build I'm doing with my buddy over at his garage, working to get that stuff going, and projects like these. If interested and you're local to Southern California, hit us up. We'll be going on some off-roading adventures with the kids soon, and just really looking to have some fun and promote my day-to-day job, which is paint recycling through the Pink Care, working in a nonprofit organization or group called Pink Care. That's who I'll be taking my leftover paints to if and when I do have some. Via local retail stores in your area. Visit www.paintcare.org for more information. And yeah, again, thanks for stopping by. Looks like you're still a little bit tacky on the other side, but hey, oh well. All right, go put this in the cleaner. We'll roll it out. Move to be done. Alright, so prime joints on the texture-y side, or side that has the roughs on versus the smooth inside of the door versus the out. Looks like I might be getting a helper here in a second. One of my daughters coming out into the garage to see what Daddy's doing.
Can I help you paint?
I'm almost done, but if you want to help me roll a little bit, okay, let me show you what I'd like you to do, and then you can do it from there.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and stand right there. Oh, right here. Which they can. Okay. All I want you to do is go along like this.
And the sides too.
No, I'm doing that. But I need you to watch your clothes, because I don't want you to get paint on them.
Okay.
Both sides. Hopefully, let me do most of it, and then I'll have you do the last bit. Okay?
Okay.
Because it dries really quick. I want to get her done so I can hang out with you guys a little bit, maybe. Is your sister being better today?
A little bit.
Nice. Good to hear that. Because the neighborhood friends came by.
And so what?
To say hi and say happy birthday to me to see if we were going to be outside to play, but I told them about how she wasn't being too good today, so
She's
maybe-
upstairs playing Barbies.
maybe later.
Why do you want it gray?
Because I'm going to be painting it black, so I want it to cover better when I use the black color, or black, or charcoal color, I should say, which is dark gray. Right?
Yeah. What is this white?
Right?
What
Please
is
don't
this
play with
white?
that. That's cleaning chemicals for this type of material, which is alcohol. It's called denatured alcohol. What you clean and thin this product with, if you're going to actually do that for spraying or other applications, which I'll be spraying the clear finish on, but not the primer coat. I'll have you do the last few boards on that side, okay?
Okay. You do those 4 and I'll do these.
I'll have you do these 3 right here.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll do
That way you can learn some of the things Daddy knows how to do. From his uncle and the folks over at the family paint store that I got the products from. Please. This side's really soaking up the primer, since it is so heavily textured. I'm going to do a couple extra dips here. Definitely going to have to do 2 coats on this side for sure. Please don't touch it, okay? I don't want you to get all paint on it. Oops. Looks like I left you 2 boards instead of 3. Sorry. Probably better that way. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Come on over here. Oh my goodness, 40 minutes already?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on down here. I want you to come this way and back. So stand right here in front of me. Okay. I'm going to start here. Go ahead and grab the roller with my hand. Okay, and we're going to knot off the edge, right? And back and forth. Don't push too hard. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Hold the paint this way a little so we can get some into there. That's what I wanted to do for you. Okay. Now let me dip it and then you can finish the last part of the board.
Okay.
Okay. All on your own. No daddy's hands or anything. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Take it over. And get it moving. Atta girl. Good job, baby. Watch your side. Don't touch the wet boards, okay? And then let me see that roller, please.
Mm-hmm.
Let me finish off blending it in. It looks like you got a little bit on your shirt. We won't tell mommy.
Don't tell Mom.
Oh, hope she's not watching.
Oh,
Can
she
you
watches the never-ending story anyway.
can you grab that little piece of fur right there on the end? Thank you.
Ew.
Okay. Now we're all evened out. For the most part. And both sides are now primed and ready for the second coat.
The other side too?
Yeah, I did that one earlier. Get the sides. The sides will be, or the edges will be probably painted 3 times because of how many coats front and back. But that's good because those are usually the most porous parts of the wood, is the end grain or open grain.
So what are we going to do next?
That's pretty much it. We're done for right now. There's nothing more to do other than let this dry and just evening out some of these roller marks so that there's no extra texture that you don't want or need.
Why don't we blow dry it?
Because this is the actual piece, not a sample. Usually I'll blow dry sample boards or stuff that are smaller in size, but when you're doing your real project, you don't want to use a hair dryer usually, for the most part. That's only for samples. And there we go. So,
It's only been 44 minutes?
yeah, it was 44 and a half minutes. So,
There's only one person watching.
yeah, well, sometimes you only have one viewer. But those are the viewers that you want. Anyway, everything looks good, primed, ready to dry. This is dry in 15 minutes, recoat 1 hour. And so later today, as I mentioned earlier, I'll come out and do the last coat of primer on both sides. And then maybe tonight on the front side, I will get the first coat of chalked paint on there, if not the first and only coat, I'm hoping. And so keep an eye out for us to go live again later today, potentially. And again, thanks for stopping by. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and we'll catch you on the flip side.